Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to our crazy farming simulator series. So does that mean, can we make total mixed ration right in here? Hay, silage and straw can then be mixed together in this same building to make the total mixed ration. Now we do have another option that we can go to for our total mixed ration a bit later on. We won't be doing it at the moment, but we have got it here. It's under factories. We need to just go up to our cat factory collection right in here, and it's that one there. It's the same mixer that we had last time, and I will be using this one because this one is absolutely amazing. I love this one. I think it's brilliant. You just pile everything in the front and you get your total mixed ration coming out of it. But oh, it's only 150,000. All right, well, we might plonk that one there in the corner, but I don't think we've got a recipe for this cow feed mixer that can make the total mixed ration without using the mineral feed in it. So, as a temporary measure, we may decide to do this here because I can't make mineral feed until I've grown a couple of crops. So we'll sort of do that as a priority, I think. Focus on getting that up and running because I said that I kind of want the animals to be the focus in this series, and then we'll move on to extra things later. I don't want that. I was going to go into here. I want to go there, and the rain will stop at lunchtime. So let's fast forward the time until lunchtime. So the bales of hay that I'm making, I'm going to take those and drop them into this barn as well. I mean, everything is going to go into the barn. So we're going to go on up this way now. I'm going to get the other field of grass, and then once I've done that, we can drive back down and deal with some of the other stuff. 1 o'clock the rain should stop. So there we go. It's cleared up. Okay, so we'll drop that all the way down to 1 times speed. That gives us plenty of time. All I need to do today is to get this work done here. And I wanted to get the field there turned into an arable field. Now, we did some wheat in there. I'm thinking we'll probably just go and plant barley in that field. We can get going on that. That one over there can be barley. That field back there will stay as grass. And so, well, actually the other two can stay as grass at the moment, I think. Because we need to be focusing mainly on having our cows being fed and getting everything that they need. Let me just start the trailer up and then the baler, and then lower the baler down, and I'm going to do it this way around this time. Go like that. And now I need to bale up this field, and this does feel slow, doesn't it? We need a faster baler, and whilst I do like the idea of having trailer loads of bales, I'm kind of thinking that maybe we should seriously consider if I can make it work, as there is an if involved in this because I might not be able to make it work, but if I can make it work, I found out, a bit of information about adjusting the bale sizes. I think that it would be quite cool to have a small baler and do stuff with a small baler. Now, naturally, it's going to go a little bit faster than this one. Being able to tow the small baler around the field is something that would be useful, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it. Now, there is a mod pack I seen the other day that has got hitches on the back of everything. So you can have a hay turner going along, and you can have a rake hitched on behind that, and you can have a baler hitched on behind that. It's a really, really good idea. I love it. I think it's brilliant. And as soon as I seen it, I thought, yep, that actually has got some really serious potential to it. Like, I think that maybe we could use that for some things. And my main thought is, at the moment, I haven't looked to see if there's balers in there. But if there's a small baler in there, we could have a small baler. We could stick this trailer on the back of it, and then that one will drive along and basically do what this one here is doing. and we can just gather up the bales as we go along. I mean, if we can't, we can't. There's other options for gathering up small bales. There's a couple of different mods. There's actually, I don't know if you've ever seen them. It used to be, it's a New Holland machine that you could get. It was a self-propelled machine, so it was all in one. It wasn't on a trailer. But you know the bale stackers? Well, it was an older version of a bale stacker, and it was designed for small bales. And it was basically just this lorry that New Holland produced that would stack the bales onto the lorry as it went round the field, and then you would be able to just drive them straight out of the field and off to the farm. So I don't think they made very many of them. I'm not sure even what countries they were available in. I know that they are available in the US. Whether or not there's any available in other countries, whether it was just something that was produced by New Holland in the US, or whether it was produced elsewhere, I'm afraid I can't tell you. I don't know on that one. But what I do know is that the machine itself is awesome. It looks amazing. And there is a mod. I've seen the mod. King's Mods, maybe? There is a site that I use that uploads a load of mods. And they don't have a whole load of, like, potential malware that you go hooking into your computer when you use it. It's really, really good. And so I really like that website, and I do use it for getting any mods that I can get, if I can't get the mod on the mod hub. And it was on there that I seen it, so I'm kind of thinking. Also, Mod Hoster is another one. I've used Mod Hoster quite a bit, and that one's usually pretty good. It doesn't always have clean links, but it does sometimes have clean links, and we've just dropped a bale there for no particular reason. Right, let me change that to there. Why have you refused to load that? Alright, okay, so what we're going to need to do is unload all of the bales and then load them all back up again like that, so it does neat and tidy, and it'll pick up the whole lot. So we've got possibly an extra bale here in the field. All we're going to do for that is I'll bale up what I can here, and then the bale will get loaded on top of the trailer that we've got right here. So it won't auto-load it because we're full on the auto-load bit, but we should be able to just chuck it up on top and then put straps over it. At least that's what I'm hoping. I'll bring you up over this way. I have 118,000 litres of grass out of this field. That's not too bad. We are going a little bit slow. It's sedate, isn't it? Like, this is an issue for me. It's a little bit too slow. The 22 kilometers an hour is too slow. I want things to go faster. I want a fast baler. I like the idea of having a small baler as well. I think that's going to be quite cool if I can make it work. And we'll maybe increase the capacity of the bales. So, like, if we had, say, 100,000 litres per bale or something, I think that would work a lot better. Now, let's go and we'll pick that one up. We will turn that one off. We will empty those two bales out like that. And then we're going to need to come over here and actually stack these two bales up on here like this. So there's one on there. And then that one there. Bring that one up over here and drop that one on there as well. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So what I should be able to do now is go back into here, zoom out a little bit so that we can take a look at it, and we should be able to remove the straps and then put them back on again, and we have those two extra bales. Excellent. So then we can go to our baler, we can fold this bad boy up, and we can take this little lot back to the yard and stick it into our barn and turn all of this into silage as well. 132, well, it's not going to be because we've got some in the baler, so I'm not quite sure that we've got a lot. Let's bring this over this way. Bring it up to there. Unload all of that. That leaves 2. So we had 130,000 litres has just gone in here. Take that one on there. I've got 191,000 litres of grass in there. We've currently got 35,000 litres of silage. That is going to be absolutely brilliant for dealing with all of the things that we need to deal with our farm at the moment. It's like we can feed all of the animals. The ones down the other end, I think I might just sell those, and we'll sell the cattle pasture as well. I really don't like the idea of that one. Like that, for some reason, that one just irritates me. I'd rather have all the animals all in one place. Alright, let's fire you up. You know, it'd be better if I had that trailer on the inside of the field rather than the outside. Probably not a good idea to try and drive it into the fence like that, though. So let's do that. And then we will spin round like this. And we can go whizzing up through here. So we've got 8,000 litres per bale for the hay rather than 6,500. So we can get a little bit extra onto the trailer, which is going to make life a bit easier for us. That's good. That's what we want. But we're still going fairly slow. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to just finish up the rest of this because I think you've seen enough of this. And then we can move on to a new job. That's the last little bit of this field, so we'll remove that hedgerow that is between these two, and then this can all be sort of ploughed in together. And yes, the field itself is already a field, so I'm not quite sure where the edges of this one are. If we have a look in here, so you can see where we are. There's the edges of the field, so you can see that one sort of fairly well marked out. It does go quite tight to the boundary, so we'll only really need to be ploughing a bit here if we're going to. But what I was thinking is that we might try and get a disc plough of some sort, and we could plough everything up and just kind of use that as our basic, that's what we will do, we will plough stuff up. I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't quite decided how I want to run things, so I'm going to do that, do that. Holding is not allowed. Well, wait, what? Oh. It's because the trailer stole the bale, so it thought there was a bale still in there, but the trailer has already half-inched it. Right, let's go over to you and do that. Then I can take the hay that is in here. We'll go and dump that into our shed over here. So that is then stored. So we can, just to start with, we could go and put silage in for the cows. So they're then at 90%, which means that they would at least be able to start reproduction. No, I don't want to do that. I want to take the straps off. There we go. Right. So they can start on reproduction. They can build up their health, and we can start getting more of them. We have 20 animals over in the other field. I'm still kind of like, what do I do with these 20 animals? We got 20 of these things over here. They're not going to produce any milk, we know that. And their health is at 100%. They got 270 milk there. What's this? I don't know what this calf pens bit is all about. I don't understand that. Not quite sure what this is about. But anyway, they've got total mixed ration in here, and I'm wondering if once they reach maximum, once they use up this food a bit, whether we should just leave them here using this food, and then we sell them once they've used up whatever food that we got. Maybe we could get a bit more money out of them that way. So I'm not really sure what to do there. And also, I really don't know what this whole calf pens thing is, what this is about. Like, this... I'm just confused with this bit, because I don't see calf pens. It didn't look like there was calf pens on that bit that we sold. I mean, I have gone round and sold, like, 3/4 of the buildings in the yard already. So, again, I'm not 100% sure what everything is. I think these are all right, though. Yes, I'm not quite certain what's happening there. It's a little bit confusing and confuddling. Now, am I going to be able to get in around that corner? Almost definitely, certainly, absolutely not. There is no way I'm getting in around that corner. So what we'll need to do is go this way in here, and then we can drive up round our yard, and we can go into this field up this way. We're going to plow these two in together. There's the dog wandering around. For now, if I'm going to sell those down there, we can use that as grass next year. So I can sort of join the fields together. This field right here, though, I was actually thinking that we would probably turn this field into where we have our greenhouses and stuff. So if I'm doing that, I'm not going to have grass here, which means then I'm going to want somewhere for my grass. This is where it starts to get a bit difficult. So, I am right now in this bit. I've got the factories here. This bit here is currently grass, and I've got that bit over there, which we could buy that field, and then this could sort of just be a longer field, and it'd be grass. I actually prefer the grass fields to be slightly smaller, especially when we get to, like, the really big mowers that we've got. We'll be able to just run around that field and it won't take any time at all. If I've got the greenhouses over here, there'll be room to put the greenhouse. I also think in the chicken pens could go in here. We could put them along that wall there, that hedge there. We got chicken pens. We got greenhouses in here. So we'll kind of maybe plow this out a bit, but I'm thinking maybe I should use the landscaping tool and just kind of like shave things back a little bit. We'll sort of see what goes on there. Then over here, we could remove this hedgerow here. We can buy that one. This field here can all sort of go into one. And that bit there where we currently have the large open cow pasture, if we can sell that one, we can turn this into just a big grass field as well. So we've got a grass field there. This bigger field here could also be grass. This one here would be arable crop, although maybe with the cows that we've got right now, we only need one field here for grass, and then this could be arable temporarily while we build up some stock of other things. There's other fields that we can go and buy, though. Like, we've got fields over there. I'd actually like to buy all of these. I said this previously because I don't want to be driving around the road every time I want to go and get something from the dealership. I'd like to have a straight line up through here, which would be quite cool because we could have two fields over here, and we could have a straight line up through for that bit as well. So I've got plans. There's all sorts of things that I want to do, changes that I want to make, and I'm sure it's all going to be lots and lots of fun. We've just got to make it all happen. Now, there's some hay right around the very edges of this field that we didn't quite get. So this field here that I'm in right now, I'm thinking that this field here won't be a field for very much longer. What we will do is we will turn this field into just a general additional yard like we've got there, except it will probably keep like some of the grass. I'm thinking that we get rid of the plowed actual field state that we've got in this one, and instead of having that, we just stick down, like, I'll go over it and I'll just cover everything in meadow grass, and we work with that instead. I think it's just going to be a little bit easier to do that. But once again, we are baling, and it is fairly sedate right here. This is a fairly slow process. So I'm going to finish this job, and then I'm going to... Why have I got, like... Oh, I remember now. It's because I came in through that gateway there. That's where it started. Yeah, I'm going to finish up this job, and I'm then going to... yeah, well, then we can carry on with the next bits, essentially. I have just about finished this field. I've got one full trailer load of hay on the back right there, and then we've got like 2 runs left on the field, so there's going to be a couple extra bales that we will come back and get next time. I've been having a little bit of a think, and whilst I do like this baler, I think it's a wonderful machine, I don't think it has a place in our fleet. So what we're going to do is, as soon as we finish this job, we are going to sell that baler back to dealership. The other thing I've been thinking about is how slowly do I want to build things up, and how much loan do I want to take out to start with in order to assist with building things up. Now, I have taken out some loan already. I don't want to get hugely into debt, but I do want things to be able to progress. I want things to be able to move forward, and at the moment, if we just keep things as they are, things are not going to progress very quickly. It's going to be fairly slow going, and I don't want that. Right, I've got one bale down the other end of the field, and I've got 2 bales here. So if we shut that one off there and pop those 2 out like that, then we can come over this way. I wonder if I can get out there with just the baler on and then come back and get just the trailer. We'll see. So I think if we get rid of this one, I have got some loan at the moment. I got 500,000 in loan. Now, I've no idea how much any of you think that I should have as a maximum loan, if even I should have a maximum loan. What I wanted was to have a road that goes directly from there in a straight line up to here, which means I'd have to buy all of these fields. Farmland. I don't need to buy all of the fields, we buy them in sections. There's 83,000 for that one, there's 267 for that one, and this one's 128. So we're looking at 210, 400, just under 500,000 for that lot. If I was to get those, we would want some bigger and better machines for dealing with them. It would also mean that this could be just grass here. That would be grass there. This would be arable. This, I've already said, I'm turning into greenhouses and stuff there, so that will be gotten rid of. We'll have a bit more arable stuff over here that we can start working on. So that there would go in a straight line up to the bit of the village in here. So we got the village. It's 148,000. And we go, and then we could also go and buy these. They will cost us extra later on, but we don't need to get them straight away. But what I was thinking is, if I was to take my total loan up to 2 million, that would allow us to buy that lot. There's 83 there, another 86 is 160, so it's another 250,000, 100, 140, another 40 and 50. So I'm looking at, I guess, around 1 million to buy that. That leaves me 500,000 left to go and buy a couple of extra bits. Selling this baler, and I'll buy something else instead of this baler. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I'm thinking that we will adapt a different baler. I need to have a look and see if I can alter bale capacities, because I like the idea of using bales in this series, if I can. I'm not handling lots of bales. I'm not going to be doing that. But I really like the idea of not just doing exactly the same as I did in the last series, which was using forage wagon. I like the idea of being able to do it slightly differently, and having bales would be great. If I can do that with small bales, even better. If I can have small bales, like 100,000 litres each, that's going to be brilliant. I mean, yes, it might, the logistics of handling them might be a little bit tougher, but I kind of got ideas for this. Whether or not the standard machinery, because what I was thinking is, if we've got like 100,000 litre bales, and they're small bales, yeah, it would be a really cool thing to try and get the bale loaders over here. So you have that one, which takes 14 small bales and packs them together. And then so they're 100,000 each. So that means that one of those small bales will be 1.4 million litres. And then you go and have this one, which takes 14 of those. 14 times 1.4 million. 14, what's your 14 times table? Come on, folks. I've got absolutely no idea. So 14 times 14 million, it's 196. I should have known that. I should be able to work that out. But anyway, 196. That means that one Artisan trailer right there will hold 196 million litres, which is absolutely and utterly, completely, ludicrously insane, which seems about right. Now, this series is going to focus mostly on cattle. I would like lots and lots of cows. Yes, we are going to do some chickens as well, because the chickens are really cool, and I like that idea. I have adapted the pens slightly. They're going to be a bit smaller than they are currently, and I think that's going to be, it's just going to be something that's going to work out well for us. So we're going to need to have plenty of hay and silage that we're going to be dealing with. And so if I'm doing that kind of like this with masses and masses of stuff, that's going to work out well. I like this idea. I think this is absolutely brilliant. I have got all of these factories over here. We will want those running, but those are secondary. We're going to be getting a load of milk from the cows. Now, the one thing with the milk from the cows, I'm kind of thinking that, like, we've got a dairy, and we use it there. We've got the potato factory. We know the potato factory takes a bit of juggling to get everything started and full on there. That's fine. We will eventually get to those. We're just starting off gentle over there by putting a little bit of grain in, into the mill and just kind of going along like that. The main focus that we're going to need is our cows, which means that we're also going to want to focus on the items that we've got that deal with milk and milk-related products. So, like, for example, this one over here takes milk, it takes butter, and it takes chocolate as well in the donuts. We'll need eggs from our chickens. We get flour, which we'll be producing. The sugar is going to be the tricky part. We'll then have to activate the sugar mill and get that going. And also, strawberries are easy. So there's that bit there in that one. This one over here, the mayonnaise and the tomatoes, that is just a greenhouse and some chickens. And then we got ketchup and mayonnaise fired up. We can just sell butter, cheese, and chocolate. As long as it's processed, we can sell it. I'm wanting to be able to upgrade the dairy earlier than I would others. Now, at the moment, I've got those set on spawn. I can distribute them out. I can distribute out the butter and see, we got butter, eggs there, and then the flour will come in. So the pancakes is actually... Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.